right. So we're going to do something fun today. So this sign, I got this about 2 or 3 weeks ago from Michael's, and they had, I think it was like 70% off, but this was like in the spring section. So it says, our family recipe, 2 cups of love, a spoonful of forgiveness, a big scoop of laughter, a dash of faith, a pinch of hope, sweeten with patience, top with kindness. Yeah, well, it's in the ideal family, yes. So anyway, this was originally $19.99. This was the Ashland brand. So what I've done on the back is I've already taken a cardboard square, and I've also stapled these pipe cleaners onto it so that way I can attach it properly to my wreath, which I'm going to do now. We have this beautiful wreath that I got from, this is from Decor Exchange. This is the 18-inch oval wreath. There's one side, there's that side. I think I'm going to go that way with it. And what I'm going to do first is put the sign on. Now, I'm probably going to have to take it off of here in order to get the sign on, but it's going to go basically like this. So let me take that off. Move that up there. I'm so trying not to hit that. Okay. I'm just feeding the pipe cleaners down right through the wreath. Right on either side. Pushing that through. Sorry, I know you probably can't see this. I'm literally just trying to push it on through till I see it across in the back. So the one came through. The other one is a little hung up somewhere. Okay. Perfect. I got that one. I'm just going to twist it so it's nice and tight. I'm not going to trim off the back yet because I'm not so sure about the placement because I don't have a top end. So let me put the top one in. One on that side, one on that side. Let's see how it feeds through. And getting it across the back. So one thing I don't like about Grapevines is having to put the signs on. Great experience, in my opinion. And I have a little tool that I can use to even feed this through the Grapevine. I'm just kind of too lazy to get it out. There we go. Got the one on the one side. Now I'm coming down, going on the other side. It's not going to take too long. Okay. There we go. Feeding it through. All right, come on. Let's not be difficult here. Things are already difficult enough. It's a Monday. I don't know why this doesn't want to go through. As my daughter used to say when she was, my oldest, when she was really, really little, she would say, "Stop giving me anguish," when we were stressing her out. So it's kind of funny. It's just not going. All right. Kind of getting it done. You know what? It's not working. So I'm going to show you guys what I have. This is the tool. I'm going to go grab it. Oh. This is metal. It's got a hole in there. So what I'm going to do is, you can see this. I'm going to try to scoot it back a little bit so you can see. I'm going to poke this through the hole, just kind of bend it back. And then I use this metal piece to go poking through the wreath. I push it down. Oh no, all my zip ties are going all over the place. It's been that kind of day, guys. It's been that kind of day. All right. I got that one through. Now I'm trying to get the other one through. I'm a hot mess. I'm a hot mess already. Just go through. Ugh. There we go. It's going. It's going. Maybe yes, maybe no. Screw it. I'm using the tool on the other side too. Ugh, frustrating. Frustrating for sure today. But you know what? That's all right. Having a good... Everything should be good the rest of the week. After today, this should all be fine. Get in there. Pushing it through. I'm sorry you guys can't see with the camera angle. I'm basically just pushing it through. You can see it kind of coming out the backside here. pushing it through, and boom. All right. So I'm going to take that out of there so I don't push it back through by accident. I feel like one of my acrylic nails is about to come off. All right, there we go. All right. Oh, well, that was an ordeal, wasn't it? Holy cow. All right. I'm going to wrap that around the back, nice and tight. There we go. Alrighty. So you can see this is on the back. What I'm going to do now is just kind of trim some of that off. Trim some of that off. I'm just going to kind of poke that right back in there. Just poking it in. That way you still have enough left on there. If you need to move it around, which you never know, you might. You might have to move it around. But there's still room where it can do that. But now, all right, there we go. Okay, it's pretty even, top and bottom. You can see that little divot right there. All right. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start by making the bow. So I am going to angle this down a little bit because I want you guys to be able to see me making the bow. So bear with me, give me a moment. And we are going to use, what color pipe cleaner? Oh, let's see. Let me show you the ribbons we have. We have, our first one is going to be this very pretty peach, because I'm trying to pull out, there is a flower in here. It's kind of like orangish and yellow. So I'm going to start with that, and then we're going to add on this, which is really pretty. I've used this in a grapevine before. It turns out beautifully. And then we are going to add on, I've got moss green, I've got this stripe, and I also have some more of the peach. So we're going to do 3 different types of 1.5 inch with this wreath this time. I do have a 7/8 white if I need it. So let me bend this down so you guys can see the bow, because sometimes that is the best part. Linda Davenport Stickney, hello. I was able to meet up with Linda on Friday at Panera, and oh my gosh, it was so wonderful to meet another wreath maker, especially someone who follows Damon, and we had such fun talking. We got to get together again soon. I'm going to try to get together a group of people that are in the Chicagoland area that want to just kind of meet up and talk shop. So well, hopefully I'll be scheduling that once I get back from Gatlinburg. Okay, so this is the Easy Bows Design Pro. This is my favorite bow making tool. If you go into the link tree that's in my profile, it's linktr.ee. There is a link that'll take you to Easy Bows, and you can see that there. There's also a smaller version of this one if you don't need anything this big. You can find that there as well, and that's more of a wood dowel. This is a plastic dowel. I like these dowels because they don't fall out. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. All right, I'm going to start by dovetailing it. Now, this bow, I want to have some tails coming down. So I think I'm going to have the tails, let me see, this is going to be like a 14-inch tail, okay? So I'm going to pinch and twist, put it down through the bow maker. Okay, and then you can see that the back side is up on the left. It's the icky side of the ribbon. Now, I'm trying to figure out how my loops are going to be. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this wreath. I have a little bit of this mesh left. It's beige with a little bit of yellow in there. I'm going to put 2 ruffles over here, and then I'm going to put the bow in front of it. That is going to give my bow a little bit more, it's not going to have the loops flop backwards. It's going to give them some support. So I definitely like to do that when I make a grapevine. So I'm going to have probably I'm going to go 6.5 inch loops on this one, and I pinch and twist, and then we're going on the right hand side now. We've got another 6.5 inches. All right, poke that in there. And then I'm trying to think if I'm going to have this go up or down. I think I'm going to have this one come up. So I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to cut this at 7.5. That way it gives me some room to do a little dovetail on the top. And basically it's kind of like a little bit of a cross, right? Got up there, loop, loop, and then the tail coming down below. You know, I wonder if I should have put some of that green. I've got it. Ha, ha, ha. This, I definitely think I want to put some of this in there. That's going to come after this 2.5-inch layer. So the next one is this really, really pretty floral. Now this is not particularly stiff. It's a little floppy, but it is more of like a thicker canvas. So it's a good ribbon. I think it just needed, it's going to need that support from the mesh behind it. So this tail is going to go about 1 inch shorter than the other one. So if that was 14, this is 13. And these are going to be 6-inch loops because the layer in front of this was 6.5 inch. So we're going to go a 6-inch there, pinch and twist, and a 6-inch here. All right. And then this will come out there and do a pretty little dovetail on that. All right, I'm going to put these 2 ribbons aside. Oops, I'm trying to watch comments, I'm sorry. There we go. All right, moving that to the side. Actually, I'm going to move it behind me. All right, now we're going to use that. This is like a moss window pane, okay? And this kind of picks up the green of the leaf, and it kind of goes well because this is beige. It's like a very natural kind of palette there. So I do not dovetail this. I cut this straight across, okay? So this is going to come down, and this will be probably about, I'd say about the same length down, probably another 13 inches on the length. And this one, oops, I'm stuck in there. I think these loops will probably still come out at about 6 inches as well. Because they don't obscure anything. They don't obstruct it. You can still see through it. Basically, this is just adding a little pop of color and a little bit of volume. All right. Okay. All righty. Looking pretty. I'm liking it. I've been very much into the peaches and yellows this season. I don't know why. I like it. All right, now we're going to look at our 1.5 inches. So let's determine what pattern we're going to put on next. I have a moss green, so I don't want to put green on top of green. I have a peach, and then I have a yellow stripe. Now, this is the prettiest edge, so I think I'll put that one as the topmost layer. This one will come after that. So then this is going to be the next one that I put on, is this stripe. Because I want to be able to put my bow on, and then I'm going to put my florals around it. Because I don't want any of the loops obscuring any of the buds or the florals that I put on there. Okay, so this one is probably going to be, say, about a 12-inch tail. Okay, so now we're going to go probably 5.5 with these loops. Yep, 5.5. 5.5. Sorry if you're looking at the back of my head. I'm getting my roots touched up tomorrow with Lindsay. That'll be very exciting. It seems like the gray is coming faster and faster and faster. All right. All right, got that coming down. All right, so now we're going to go on to our moss colored layer. Just a solid. I probably should pick up more of this because this is a really nice ribbon. Put my pins on my pin holder. All right. Dovetailing. Boom. And again, sorry that we're not looking at my face today, just because I'm doing a grapevine and it's going to be on this holder. I think it just makes the most sense to have you guys kind of looking at it the same way. Plus my face ain't so great. So we don't need to see that. All right, so this one is going to be just slightly bigger than the one, less than the one before it. So So I'm going to call this like 5 1/4. All right. It's going to be a really pretty bow. All right, and then, so I'm sure you guys have all heard what we call this kind of ribbon, the peach that I'm going to show you in just a second, with the, where is it? We all call this fancy panty ribbon. Look at that edge. Look at that scalloped edge. Love it. So pretty. So pretty. Yeah, fancy panties. Not all of us wear thongs. I don't. I don't need anything else crawling up my butt. All right. So this layer is probably going to be at 5. All right. And it might look a little wide too, but once we get everything on this, and we get it off of here, we get it tucked, it's going to suck some of that width in when we go to put it on the wreath. So, oh, see, with the scalp, you got to make sure you hit it. If you're going to dovetail, hit it right at the good spot. All right. So now I am going to grab a, I'll go with the beige pipe cleaner. It's going to go around the back. I have a, where's my thicker zip tie? Here we go. I've got my thicker zip tie here. So I'm just going to keep all these layers together, okay? I'm going to pull it out real super tight, holding on to everything. I'm going to slide this pipe cleaner right in the back, just pick it up and put it under my middle finger. I like to give things the finger. Then this is going to go down, slip it underneath my thumb, pull it back around, making sure I'm holding it in the back, and then I just kind of, little zip tie ASMR there. Okay. Now before I go super, super tight, I want to start playing with my loops and looking at where everything is coming from. All right. Okay. Then I'll tighten it, and then I'll kind of, then I'll finalize it, I guess is kind of the word that I'm looking for. Just kind of make sure everything looks good. Because it's sometimes it's harder to pull everything and move it around once you've tightened it really tight. So here we go. Oh, yeah, that's good. Snip, snip. Alrighty. Now, let me get rid of the bow maker. Move that around. Oops. I just knocked down the iPad. Okay. Get my little ends off here. Clean up my space for a second, and then I will show you. Okay. Here is what this baby is going to look like. Now I'm going to, there we go. So I'm going to kind of pull those together, right? Because I'm trying to hide that zip tie. And there you go. Once you pinch it together, you don't even see the zip tie. So this is going to be super, super pretty. It's going to go kind of right here. All right. But let's put on some of this mesh first. Well, let me see. Do I think I need it? You know, I think I do want to have just a little bit behind there. So here's what I did. I'm going to get, here we go. I'm going to get another beige. I'm going to cut 2 pieces of this. So let's see how long I've got. So I'm taking the whole thing off the roll. It's not very much that I've got left. It just needs a little bit of something, something behind it. So this is overall, this is like 30 inches, so I'm going to cut it in half so we have 2 15-inch pieces, okay? Here we go. All right, boom. And I'm going to make cruffles out of these. So if you don't know what a cruffle is, I will show you. All right. Of course, I got a tiny little, come on, tiny little piece. Let's go. All right, there we go. So basically, this thing wants to roll up on its own, right? It wants to roll up. So we're just going to roll, roll, roll. Roll, roll, roll. And then just kind of do a little cruffle, okay? I'm going to hold that. I'm going to try to do this in the other one, too. Roll, roll, roll. Roll, roll, roll. and then do like a little cruffling up. Okay, so they should look like two little bow ties. Now I put them one on top of each other, okay? Then you have like a nice big fluffy cruffle. Fluffy cruffle. That's, I don't know. That sounds like a funny phrase. The fluffy cruffle. All right. So this is on here like this. I'm gonna twist this to make sure this is nice and tight. All right, and I'm gonna feed this. I'm gonna bring you guys up now because we're gonna start working with things on the wreath. So I'm gonna bring you guys up. Okay, there you go. So I'm gonna put this, these are gonna go right through the wreath, okay? All right. Hey, and it went through. I didn't have to struggle like I did when I was putting the sign on. Yay! All right. I'm going to twist that on the back. Twisty, twisty, twisty. All right, then I take the edge, and I'm just going to poke that end right back into the grapevine. All right. Now we're going to put on the bow. Do the same thing that I just did. I'm going to actually go through, you see how like I can go through right here between the different pieces? I'm going to go right through there. I'm going to use that same gap, and I'm going to put it through the same place where the other pipe cleaners went because I've already made that path. So let's use it, right? All right, and it's going through the back, and it came out. All right. So pretty. So pretty. Okay, I'm going to pull this really, really tight now. All righty. I'm going to trim off a little bit on the back of this because the ends weren't even, so I like to have even ends before I go tucking them in somewhere. All right. Tuck you in, Mother Tucker. All right. Now this is not the final of the bow here, but I'm just gonna kind of move sure I like it. Because as I work, I'm sure I'm gonna knock into it. I'm gonna have to move some things around. The main ones, because these look so pretty. If you can see, looking compared to the sign, these are the main florals I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna accent that with. I have 2 of these bushes. Now these, I love these. These came from the at-home store. And there's a lot of stems on here, but these were only $2.99 fill. So this is kind of going to be, I guess, my filler after I put in the big main ones. Not really looking to put any major greenery in there behind there. I mean, I do have, well, let me look. Let me see what I got here. Okay, I do have some of these, so I'm probably going to put a couple of these in here. So these I got off of Amazon. You know, not superior quality by any means, but I don't need the stem that long either. So hold on, let's get the stem off of here. All right, and I have next to me is where I have my my glue sticky thingy, glue sticky thingy. Why aren't these cutting? Oh, there we go. Ooh, that was fun. All right, I just want a little bit of greenery behind there. Now I do have to go grab another glue stick. Here we go. And I use Gorilla Glue stick. We love our Gorilla Glue. All right, so I'm gluing that on. A little front, a little back. Okay. I like that. Laying kind of nice. Wish I could kind of anchor that a little bit. So I'm going to go grab a little bit of, I don't have my green floral wire. What on earth did I do with it? Okay, oh, here it is. All right, I'm just going to take a little piece, a little teeny tiny piece, just because I want to make just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's kind of right here. Doesn't have to be super secure. I just don't want it to go flying around. So we're going to just kind of put that right in there. Teeny tiny. Perfect. Now I'm going to grab another one of these. We're going to put this in from the bottom. I like to kind of bend these a little bit. Take some of this off. All right, add my glue. Let's go in through here. All right, try to shove it in through here. There we go. It's looking good. And I want to do the same thing I did before, just get a little piece of wire, just to kind of help it go along the way I want it to go and stay where I want it to stay. Now that actually is a loose piece, so we don't want it on there. Let's try. Try to put it through here. All right, got a little wire through there, just a little tiny bit. You're never going to see this. Okay, here we go. Again, this doesn't have to be super tight, just enough to kind of help with the general direction. And tuck that right back in. All right, there we go. Got some greenery on there. Why do I feel like it looks like there's more on the bottom than there is on the top? So I'm going to take this one, I'm going to piece this apart. I left the other ones whole, but these I'm going to cut apart. I'm just going to add, I think I need to add a little bit more in some of these spots. Okay, especially up top, up tippy toppy. So let's do that. Add some glue. I got to be careful not to have glue right over my florals because I don't want to drip that on those. I like that. That looks a little bit more full. It was very full on the bottom, but it did not look as full on the top. So there we go. I'm also going to take one of these and kind of put it in going out to the side here. I'll move this a little bit so you guys can get a better angle. I don't want it to look too up and down. I want to be able to see what's going on the sides too. So that's very much in there. There we go. I'm liking that. Okay. All right, so I think we're, see how I'm kind of hitting the loops. We'll finish when we're all done. All right, so now I'm going to focus on, I do have two of these as well. So we're gonna put that in there if we need it. Actually, I think I have three of those. And some yellows. So I do have some yellow florals as well. I wanna focus on getting these in here first. So these, this came from Ashland. So this is Michael's, and this was $9.99, but I'm sure I probably paid half price because we don't ever pay the sticker price for this, right, guys? No. That would be crazy. All right. Trimming these off. See if I need to cut this. Here we go, a little smaller. All right, look how full these blooms are. These look really nice. I want to take a look at, I think these are my 3 biggest ones. So I'm going to start with this one. Again, I should not be gluing over my other flowers. I know better. Got that one. Go with the next one. I'll do a little smaller one now. I don't have a glue pot because I don't trust myself not to knock it over and burn the crap out of myself. So, because that's what I do all the time. Here, I don't want to cover the family. There we go. Okay, that's good for those. And then we're going to do a couple down here at the bottom. Let's figure out where I would like to put those. So on my tails, I'm going to kind of line up. I'm going to overlap them for now just to kind of keep them out of the way. I'm going to trim that leaf off and trim this down a little bit. There we go. All right. Okay. See where baby wants to play. Right there. Oh, look, glued myself. Of course I did. Of course I did. And then this one, it's going to be down toward the bottom. Okay. You know what? I don't like how that one was laying. I want to redo that one. It was just not very secure in there. So let's go through this way. There we go. Much better, much better. Okay. Now I also have some of these. So I'm going to put one at the bottom and 2 up at the top. And these have the kind of leaves that I can push up. Ooh, that one also has a price tag on it still. All right. This is a very thin stem though, not a very thick stem. So I have to find a good spot to make sure it really feels secure. Okay. I wish I had more of these. I have another one of these, but it's missing this thing in the center, so I can't really use that one. Okay. Glue. Bend it a little bit to face me. Oh, nope. That was not a good spot. There, that's better. You like that. Now I gotta get a little bit of, cut that out. I'm gonna add just a little bit of glue to where the stem went in because I don't know if I got it really very secure. There we go. All right. Now she won't go anywhere. And then the last place, I already know where I'm going to put her. I'm just going to go right here. right there. And I'll check comments in just a second. I'm sorry I haven't been able to. Oh no. Nope, too long. I gotta make it shorter. Hold on. Here we go. Alrighty, that'll be better. All right, that's looking really nice. I like the placement of the florals. I might end up cutting the tails a little bit shorter if I need to. So we've got the basics, and now I do have some yellow florals I can add in. So I can put in yellow flowers, or I can put in, hey Justin, how's it going? I'm obsessed with these. I love these. I love these so much. So I think instead of adding in yellow flowers, because these are kind of big, right? These are awfully big, and they're really bright yellow and not kind of the yellow I'm going for. So I'm going to stick with these, and then if I need to add in a little more, I also have this from the at-home store, which is one of my absolute favorites. $2.99 for that whole bush. I love it. So we're going to add in these first. So let me get price tag off. I just used these. I made a really quick arrangement this morning, and I used these in there, and they look really pretty. All right. And these also, you can push these up. They're pushers, as we call them. So everything can kind of move up on the stem if we need it to, which is awesome. So I'm going to cut these all, and I can trim them as I put it on there. We're going to cut them all just kind of roughly at the same length. And how many does this have? I should have counted when I was cutting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one has 9. Usually they have 8. So bonus with this. I love these. All right. Let's start gluing and sticking and seeing where they want to go. This one came out the back, so I'm just going to trim the back. Then I also add a little bit more glue where it went in. There we go. Okay. I do want a smaller one to kind of be coming out from here. So I'm going to cut this one down so it doesn't stick out too far. Do a little glue, a little gluty-hooty. Oh, here we go. Oh, so Justin, this week, I'm going to Dollywood. I'm so excited. I've never been to Dollywood, but Dolly Parton was the very first concert I ever went to. My parents took me to see her and Kenny Rogers. And I was little. And I just remember them singing Islands in the Stream. It was a concert in the round, so they were in the very middle of the stadium. And one of my absolute favorite memories. There we go. It was so fun. I remember my dad. We were like, kind of like, we had okay seats, but then my dad's like, come on, let's go. And he grabbed me, and we ran up the middle aisle and went and took a picture right up close, and then we ran back before we got yelled at. Breaking the rules from a young age. Oh, that was fun. But I am excited. I'm trying to teach my daughter who Dolly Parton is, and I'm like, she's an icon. And I said icon, and I think my daughter thought I was talking icon of the seas, like the cruise ship, and I was like, no. We had to have a little talk about that. I'm like, that's not what I was talking about, but nice try. All right, here we go. There we go. I love how this is filling it out. This is so, so pretty. I'm going to push some of these up because I do want to put another one of these up at the top here. Oh, beautiful. Now I want to fill in something right in there. So we're going to go with, I think this one is a bit more delicate and smaller. Take a little bit off. A little off the top, please. A little off the top. Get a little glue on that. Perfect. All right, now I want some over here on this side. We're going to fill that in. Bringing you guys back around. I do have another one of these bushes, so I can continue adding as much as I want. Maybe I'll do a whole wreath just in this. No, it's too much. There we go. Perfect. And I'm going to have one kind of coming out from the side a little bit because I don't want there to be a gap around here. I want this to be kind of filled out right here on the side. So very carefully so I do not knock over the thing behind me. There we go. Perfect. Oh, I am loving this. I got to get more of this before it goes out of season. Absolutely loving it. I'm going to fill these in on the other side of the bow over here because I don't really have a lot, so there. Okay, now I'm going to cut some off of another bush. This is the second bush I'm going with now. There we go. Push up, push up, push up. The only push-ups I'll ever do. I am not athletically inclined. I'm athletically declined. Anybody who's ever played a sport with me can agree. It's just, Linda, go sit down. You're not helping. Especially volleyball. I don't mind watching it, but man, when you got to hit that ball right there, oh, no thank you. That was one of the worst experiences in high school and junior high. Freaking hated it. It hurts. Why play a sport if it causes physical pain? I don't understand. Ooh, push yourself beyond your limits. Screw that. I'm going to push myself to sit down so I don't get hurt. We got plenty of time to hurt ourselves later on in life accidentally. Why you would do it on purpose is beyond me. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm fat. Ugh. This is not going in there very well, so I'm going to have to re-glue this one. This one's being a little stubborn bubby. Is that in there good? I think that's in there good. There we go. Just want to have a little bit peeking out from here. A little peeky peeky. Here, I'm going to have to bend it a little bit. There. There we go. That's looking better. Looking good. All right. Coming up on this then. Adding some more down here. Again, pushing up a little bit. All right. Got a little bit down here. See some poking through there. Now let's kind of focus more down here. There we go. All right. I like how it's kind of going between the floral, so it's kind of helping break it up a little bit, I guess you could say. Okay. One's going there. And then maybe one in the end, coming down here in the bottom. Ow, 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 ow. Glued myself to it. How did that happen? There. There we go. Put a little bit more coming down that way. All right. Oh, that feels nice. You know, this kind of has like a Hawaiian feel to it, I think, with some of these blooms. I'll cut a little bit more. Just want to fill out a couple spaces so I can feel like it's not being ignored. I'm going to come back in here with another one on the side. That's not, there, come on down. There we go. One more toward the top. I want to give it a little bit more height right above the bow. There. Perfect. All right, let's take a look what we got here. I keep hitting this one loop. Come on, little loopy. Bear with me, baby. All right. Do you see how it kind of sucked it up and pulled these together? So even though it started out like that, it comes in a lot. So you got to make sure you don't make your loops too small going for the middle. We don't want to choke that. This isn't 50 Shades of Wreath. No choking. Okay. I wish I had a little bit of something for the center. Let's see if I have a little bit of, if I could cut a little bit of bloomage off of something here. Kind of put it in the middle. Let me see if I can do that. All right. I'm kind of just going to put a little dab of glue on the bottom. A little glob of glue there on there. Let's see if I can get this in here. There. I like that, just to have a little bit of the florals coming into the center. Looking all sitting pretty. All right. Get that leaf in there. And then pull it forward just so it's got some life to it and it's not plastered against the bow. I like it. Okay. I think I like it. I don't think I'm adding any more into it. I think we're good. Okay, so this is our family recipe. Our love and kindness and blah, blah, blah. I'm kidding. It's a nice, lovely sentiment. It really is. Family means everything, you know, and sometimes you lose sight of that. And let me tell you, it is the most important thing. Your family, your health. If you don't have that, the rest is pointless, right? So here we go. Our family recipe. I'm going to have this listed shortly at sweetarydecor.com. This may eventually make it also into Painted Tree Boutique in Naperville, Illinois. But if you don't see it there, check on Etsy. And I'm going to have this listed. So, excellent. I'm also going to post this as a longer YouTube tutorial on my channel. I do have a lot of stuff on YouTube. Ew, you can see some stuff there. Hold on. Let's fix this. Let's fix this, shall we? Yeah. Lots of stuff on my YouTube channel. Basically everything that I record here I end up posting over there because it only stays on Facebook for like 30 days or 90 days. I don't know. There's a limit, so I want to make sure that I don't lose these tutorials. So you can check it out there. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. Mwah. Have a great week.